Hi, this is the first video for our Leonard and Sparky video blog. I'll be talking about my trip to Germany, which was very exciting. So the first city I'm going to talk about where we first stayed was Munich, or as the Germans say, München. Munich was a very fun city. It was pretty much awesome. It was big, but it also wasn't so big that we're overwhelmed with things. And there was actually the main train station that we called our home away from home because it had everything that you could ask for. A water closet, which is also known as the toilette, food, candy, snacks, beer, you name it, it probably had it. And so, see, we stayed in the Hotel Bella Blue. Very nice hotel, very nice rooms. Breakfast was awesome. The only thing is it was in a very colorful district, meaning there was like strip clubs every 5 minutes. But that wasn't bad. You just didn't want to go out alone at night, probably because you don't want to be attacked. Anyway, so Munich. One of the amazing things that we did in Munich was a bike tour, and we did it with Mike's Bikes. It was very fun. We did a whole lot of walking, and so biking was very nice change, to just be able to ride along and sort of glide and everything. And we went a lot of places that would have taken way too long to walk. So one of the main places we went to on our bike tour was this park. I forget the name of it, which kind of sucks, but went to this park, and so riding along, no one says anything about what to expect from this park, and I'm riding along, and I suddenly look to the left, and there's this guy, and I think he's probably like 70 or something, and he's standing there like this, and he looks very proud of himself, and he's pretty much completely naked. And so I'm like, oh crap, there's a naked guy. And then we suddenly stopped on the other side. You could still sort of see him. Yeah, okay, don't want to look, but it happens where you do look, and you're just like, oh, my brain is damaged for life, kind of thing. So that was a lot of fun. Not really. The biking was, but seeing naked people. Because then there's this section of the park where people can actually get naked and not wear any clothes. And so when we rode through, there was a few people without clothes on. And there was this river that ran through it, and our bike, our tour guide, was like, oh, well, you can get in the river and you can swim, and if you want to, you can strip down. So I stripped down to my underwear, which is kind of like wearing a bathing suit in a way. When I got in the water, I was only in there for like 5 minutes, and my legs were frozen, numb, because it was so cold. But it was very refreshing, kind of woke me up, and very fun. So after we went into the water, we got to go to a beer garden where they have really big meals, big portions, and you're like, what do I get? So I think I got like a pork knuckle, very big. I couldn't finish it all. And the only thing they have to drink there is beer, a Radler, or lemonade, which their lemonade is not like our lemonade. I don't even know what it's made out of. So I got a Radler, and it's in a cup about probably this big or something, and it's half beer and half the lemonade water they use, or the lemonade they use, or soda water. And I didn't drink the whole thing because riding a bike wouldn't have been fun. So then we took a night train to Berlin, and it was kind of scary because our teacher said, do not stick your hand out the window because you'll probably lose it, because there's other trains that go by really fast and really close. So we slept on that night train, and if you've ever seen Harry Potter, which I know you have, then you know that, on the train, what they sit in, that's how big our like place was where the beds were. And there was 5 of us girls in one of those, and it was very close quarters. So when we get to Berlin, let's see. Oh, well, when we get to Berlin, then we got to visit the Brandenburg Gate, and we got to see our U.S. Embassy. Of course, no one can go in your own embassy unless it's an emergency. Yeah, that's no fun. But we also got attacked by gypsies who would come up and be like, speak English, and so I never got attacked, but some people in our group did, and they started handing the money, and I was just like, oh, how stupid can you be? Yeah, I know. So, also things we did in Munich was go to Fusen to see the castles, the Neuschwanstein, which is the castle that Walt Disney built Cinderella off of. So if you see them, they look similar. We also went to Dachau, which is the German concentration camp. And I'm not going to talk about Dachau because it was very sad and very hard to walk through. So if you want to look up information, you can Google Dachau. We walked a lot, and it was hot there, but they don't have humidity there, so it was a nice hot. It wasn't like I'm about to die of heat stroke hot because of humidity plus it being hot. So that was very nice. Let's see. Also, we got to take a tour of Berlin. We took a tour of Munich. I don't remember if we took a tour of Munich. We were there for only 3.5 weeks throughout Germany, and it felt like a lot longer. But we took a tour of Berlin, and the lady was very informative, and she was very nice, and she walked us through everything. And we also got to experience a demonstration on bikes. I don't really remember what it was about. I think it was about education, but that was kind of exciting. We also got to see the Berlin Wall, like pieces of it that people have painted on. They've had artists come in and paint on them. But then we also saw the one that's still up. And I don't know how people escaped over the Berlin Wall, or who did, because that wall is very tall, and there's metal piping that goes on top. So it would be very hard to get over that thing. So then we took a bus, because it only takes like an hour and a half to get from Berlin to Wittenberg, Lutherstadt. So we took a bus to Wittenberg, Lutherstadt, and we got there on the day of Lutherfest, which was amazing because everyone's dressed up in medieval garb. And I got to shoot a bow and arrow, which made my day. I've always wanted to do that, but I've never figured out how. So that was really fun. The food was awesome, and I will explain more on Germany Part 2.